Man, that second half yesterday was beautiful to watch, considering how far we've really come from getting swept the last couple of years by Washington, by LeBron James, and watching the Warriors fold every time we swung the ball and got open looks yesterday in the fourth quarter. You could see the look on Steph Curry's face. You could see Draymond. You could see it in Draymond Green's eyes. Like, we were the better team, and they finally realized it. Everybody knows now that we're the better team. Like, I personally already knew that we were the better team because we were kind of built to stop the Warriors. We're like their kryptonite. You know what I mean? Like, MASAI Ujiri basically set out to build a team that could be able to switch everything, have length, guard the Warriors in hopes of winning the championship. So let me tell you guys how he actually did it, because I think he deserves a lot more credit than he's getting, really, because, you know, everyone's focused on Kawhi Leonard, and rightfully so, right? Because he's doing things that no one's ever done for the city. But without MASAI Ujiri, there's no Kawhi Leonard, there's no Marc Gasol, there's no Serge Ibaka, there's no Fred, Norm, OG, Siakam, nobody. So the first thing that MASAI did when he came to Toronto was trade Andrea Bargnani to New York for, I believe it was 2 picks, and then a bunch of just whatever, like Steve Novak and a bunch of random players. And one of those picks ended up being Jakob Poeltl. And if you don't know, Jakob Poeltl, we traded Jakob Poeltl in the Kawhi Leonard deal, and we traded him and DeMar for Kawhi and Danny Green. So yeah, but I'll get to that. So anyways, he also traded Grievous Vasquez, for two picks that ended up being Norman Powell and OG Anunoby. All right, he drafted Pascal Siakam in the late second round. He traded Terrence Ross for Serge Ibaka, because both of those players he saw the potential, he saw the length, rim protection that we needed. We didn't have it at the time. So yeah, one of the biggest things that's helped our team get to where we are right now is when MASAI drafted Bruno Caboclo, who, frankly, I don't know, he might be great someday, like from Memphis right now, but I don't know, there's no way of telling. But drafting Caboclo basically gave him the need of buying a G League team for Toronto. And then who benefited from that? Fred, Norm, Pascal, OG. These guys got their reps in, they developed. Fred ended up outplaying both Corey Joseph and DeLon Wright, to the point where MASAI was able to trade DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and Jonas Valanciunas for Marc Gasol. And we all know how important Marc Gasol has been to this playoff run, from, you know, guarding Joel Embiid to basically MASAI was thinking of DeMarcus Cousins, matching up with DeMarcus Cousins when he traded for Marc Gasol. The reason why we are the better team in this series is our defense, hands down, because our defense keeps us in the game even when we're not scoring. In the first quarter yesterday, Kawhi Leonard kept us in the game even though nobody else was able to hit an open shot. But if eventually our offense picks up, then we win, and that's exactly what happened. We just have to we played solid defense to the point where we stayed in the game, and then in the second half we made our run, and then it was over, because Golden State can't keep up with our defense. They can't stop us the way we can stop them. They just don't have the manpower, I guess. Like with Kevin Durant playing, it's a different story, but the way when we get locked in on offense, our defense is already so good that you can't match up with us, honestly. You know why the Warriors is so easy to beat this year? Like, I don't feel like they're the Warriors anymore, because the Warriors of past. Just forget about KD for a second, but because Steph and Clay are out there with literally 3 non-shooters all the time, non-3-point threats. You got Draymond Green, who can't make a shot in the finals from 3. He's so brick. What is he, like 2 for like 30, I don't know, 2 for 20 or something like that. Cousins is really good when he's healthy, but he's playing on one leg, so there's that. Iguodala is super brick. Iguodala he looks like, it makes you wonder how he was even Finals MVP. But yeah, pretty much it's just easier to cover Steph and Clay when you got 3 non-threats out there, and everybody can just help off of those guys. And that's basically the series, right? Like, the Warriors are turning the ball over. They're just careless with the ball. They're just not as good as they used to be. Let me add one thing about the Warriors fans. So Stephen A. Smith gave the Raptors fans a hard time because I think in one of the games at home, in the second half, I think it was game 2, in the second half, early in the half, the lower level seats were empty because people were at the concessions or in the bathroom or something. I mean, personally, I wouldn't pay that much money for seats and then miss the beginning of the half, but that's just me. But he was like really on Toronto fans, like, oh, or at Oracle, that'll never happen, blah blah blah, right? And then at the end of the game yesterday, they cut to the Warriors fans with like a minute and a half left, and they're all leaving, and it's like a 9-point game. So I mean, like, first of all, most of those people are bandwagon fans, but like, these guys are really actually spoiled. Like, how do you have, your team is in the NBA Finals, you've been in the final for like, what, the last 5 years or something, and your team is down by 9 with like a minute and a half to go, and you're just leaving? That's embarrassing. Like, so they got to get called out for that. Just giving my 2 cents though. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Comment below how long you've been a Raptor fan. Have you been a diehard like I have? Have you been through the struggle of like Andrea Bargnani and all the garbage players that came through Toronto, and the teams that played no defense and played with no purpose at all? Or are you a fan today after watching yesterday's game and you just took off your Warriors jersey and put on a Kawhi Leonard jersey? It doesn't matter, just put it in the comments below. Drop a like if you like this video, and subscribe, and Raptors in 5. Peace.